Hey YouTube, this is Autobot Alex5 here, and today I'm going to be doing another action figure review. This time it's going to be a comparison on two Venom figures. Now Venom is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains and is one of my favorite Marvel characters, and is also, one of my favorite villains of all time. So these are two figures that I have of Venom. One of them right here. This is the Toy Biz 1990 Venom figure. It was the symbiote slime pores Venom. And then right here we have this Spider-Man 3 Venom figure. And I don't know where this is actually from. I think this figure came with a playset because it's kind of static. So we'll be comparing both figures and, talking about what they're like and how they're different. So, we'll start with Toy Biz Venom. It's pretty cool. More based on the classic Venom from the comic books and the SpiderMan animated series from the 90s. He is really cool. He does have this huge hole in the back so that you can put the slime container to make him ooze out slime, and then right there is the hole to have the slime ooze out. He has very big hands, and when you have his hands out, he looks like a zombie, and that's why I use this figure in some of my video skits as Zombie Venom, which is pretty funny, and I really like my idea of Zombie Venom. So, those are some of the only real problems with this figure as of proportions. The sculpt is pretty nice for the muscles and stuff. I like how they did the spider emblem. The head sculpt is pretty nice for the time. This one doesn't have his tongue sticking out, which I like the tongue sticking out Venom, but I like how this looks because, it's more of a sort of calmer Venom face, not with his tongue sticking out. Even though I do love that tongue sticking out Venom design, but something about this face sculpt just looks really cool. And, kind of flat feet right there. Articulation, you can move his head, you can move his arms, his legs, and bend at the knee. Very simple articulation, but pretty decent for the time. So, there's a look at the Toy Biz. And here's the Spider-Man 3 figure from Hasbro. This is actually my childhood Venom figure that I played with all the time. And, the sculpt on him is pretty nice. And, it looks like how he did in Spider-Man 3. But, one of my more problems with the Spider-Man 3 Venom figures is that they gave him a lot of line details, like it's a suit. That's not really how Venom looks in the comics. So this one's more comic accurate, but this one's more accurate to the movie, as it should be. Sculpt looks pretty decent. It's a decent Venom figure, and a decent Venom figure based on the movie, and for the comics he's also decent too. Sculpt on the head looks nice, pretty nice sculpting on him, Articulation though. You can only move his arms, his head, and his waist. Only 4 points. This guy right here has he has 7 points of articulation. So this guy, which is older, beats out this guy, which is newer. And another thing is that when you move his hands up, he's kind of like in this I don't know what happened position. So it's best to kind of just leave his arms out like that, like he's about ready to attack. So he's pretty static, but he's pretty decent, So out of the two figures, which one do I recommend you get, and which one do I like more? I definitely like this figure more. I do think that this figure is pretty decent, but, it kind of just, more lack of articulation. The sculpt looks decent, but I don't care for the line sculpt as much as the more smoother sculpt that the original style Venom has. and like the position of the arms looks weird. So, plus the size scale is pretty different. This one's more 3-inch. This one's about 5-inch. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.